Hey guys, this is Farishali Sada, computer teacher at Girls High School, Kabul branch. Okay, today we are on the last session of HTML basic course for 9th grades. The title of today's lesson is HTML hyperlink and connecting objects to each other. Now let's have a look at the outline of today's lesson. The first thing we are going to study is text alignment. If you remember from our first session, I told you when we are done with all the elements of or basic elements of HTML, I'm gonna tell you how to align your text to the different parts of your web page, and today is that day. Second, we are going to study about a tag and get familiar more about a tag, what it does, what it doesn't do. And third, we are going to understand about linking objects to each other. We are going to make different objects and then link them to each other. And an example, we work on an example, and practically I will show you all the concepts of today's lesson and the usage of them. HTML text alignment. In HTML text alignment, I have to tell you we can align the text to different locations of a web page, like right, left, center. And we can do this action. We are using an attribute which is called align. Let me bring the pointer. Yeah, this is that attribute which lets us relocate or align our text to different parts of a web page. And always, like all the other attributes, this attribute is typed in starting tag of text tags, and the text tags are like h1 up to h6, and also p tag. There is an example. In this example, we have a message that says hello world. This message is written inside h1 tag, and for relocating the message to the center of web page, I used align attribute, and as the value I give center to relocate my text to the center of my web page. And this is going to be the result of this line of code. Look, hello world is the message of hello world, and only because of using this attribute right now my message is not at the left side of the web page or at the right side of the web page. It is at the center of the web page. Okay, HTML hyperlink. Let's understand about HTML hyperlink, which is one of important part of today's lesson. A hyperlink or a link is a word or a group of words or an image that you can click on that to jump to another document. Look, a hyperlink is a text or a group of words, or even it can be an image that when you click on that, it takes you to another document, or it takes you to another place. Okay, always we can make HTML hyperlink by a tag. This a tag is taken from an core word and is always pair. When you move the cursor over a link in a web page, the arrow will turn into a little hand. Look, before I will show you that before we click on a link, the cursor is like an arrow. But when we go over or when we move our cursor over a link, that at that time the arrow is changed to a little hand. And the three properties of a hyperlink. Look, a hyperlink has three properties. The first thing is an unvisited link is underlined and blue. An unvisited link is underlined and blue. Second, a visited link is underlined and purple. And the last one, an active link is underlined and red. When we start working on example, I will show you that when the link that we make in our web page, or the hyperlink that we make in our web page is blue, when it is purple, and I will show you when it is going to change to red. There is an example. The syntax to making a hyperlink is like this. First, you have to give the tag of A. Then you have to use the attribute of href, and in href you have to give the address of that document. This address can be the address of another web page, it can be the address of another website, it can be the address of another video or another picture. It can be the address of that object that you want to connect that object to your web page, okay? And then link text. For example, this link text can be click on me, or it can be new news or something else. It means this text is gonna be a text which attracts the attention of your visitor. Here's an example. We make a link to the Facebook website. Like suppose that when this link is displayed in your web page, you can see this part. No, because they are cut. Just you see you see facebook.com. When you click on this, it will take you to Facebook website. And for making a text like this clickable, first you have to write that text inside a tag. First you write a tag, then you give a href attribute. Inside a href attribute you have to write the link and the address of that website, and then you have to after the text you have to close the a tag. Okay, look, for connecting objects to each other, we have an example. Look, as I told you before, our objects can be anything. It can be a web page, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be another website, whatever you can imagine, it can be. So suppose that we have one object, which is a web page, and we connect this object to another object, which is a web page too. And then we connect the second web page, which is an object, to the third object, which is once again a web page. And finally, with connecting our objects, especially if our objects are web pages, to each other, we can make a website. And for connecting different objects to each other, we use what? A tag. Look, for making hyperlink, we use a tag, and for connecting objects to each other, once again, we use what? A tag. It takes our a and a tag is taken from Anchor word, and when we use a tag, it takes you from one web page to another web page. Now it's time to work on an example that connects the different web pages or different objects to each other. Okay, so let's work on our example. First, we have to open Sublime Text, yes, and I close this web page, and we make another file. For making a HTML document, we have to first use what? type.html, which is what? Doc type declaration. Then we have to open HTML tag. Then we have to close HTML tag. All the HTML documents are divided into two parts. The first part is head, and because head is pair, when you open the head tag, you have to close that as well. Then we open the main part of our HTML document, which is body, and then we have to close the body tag. Look, before I show you any result, I just want to save my web page. I save it. For saving, I used a shortcut. We can come to here and say save, or we use this shortcut key, Ctrl+S. Okay, then you determine the location, then you give a name to your web page. For example, I give it the name of objects.html. Why .html? Because I'm gonna make this file, I'm gonna change this file to what? To a web page, to an HTML document. So I save it, we go to our web page, and here is my web page. Yes, here is object, and then I open it by a browser. Look, this is our web page, but right now it is totally blank. But I'm gonna add something in here. So let's go to our code and add something in our blank web page. The first thing that I want to show you with practically is our first example, which was relocating the message of hello world to the center of our web page. But suppose that I don't want to show hello world message. I want to talk about some other thing, like our previous example, Pacific Ocean. Look, I want to talk about Pacific Ocean, and then I want to have a line. After my line, I want to have a paragraph, and I want to relocate all of these things to the center of my web page. But first, I bring some text inside my paragraph tag. I open Word. Yes, I have to close this part. Yes, equal, rand, open and close, and then enter. Look, I just need 2 paragraphs. Ctrl+C for copy, and then I go to my web page, and here, look, where is my cursor? In the middle of a P, starting P and ending P tag. Then I paste Ctrl+V. Look, right now I have a long passage, a long paragraph. So Ctrl+S for saving the changes. I go to my web page, and Alt+D for refreshment, and I press enter. Look, suppose this is my web page. I talk about Pacific Ocean. But is my title at the center? No. Is my paragraph at the center? No. Let's bring everything at the center of your web page. So we come to here. As I told you before, we use an attribute which is called what? Align. Then in align, I write center. And then in here as well, align and center. Ctrl+S for saving. We go to our web page, Alt+D, enter. Now you can see all my document. Look, all my texts are in the middle of my web page. Suppose this is not in English. This is in Persian. So you have to bring this passage from left side, which is by default. We want to bring it to the right side. So in here, we can once again, and instead of center, I write right. And right. Control S, we go to our web page, Alt Enter. Look, suppose your text is in Persian, so your title should be should be at the right side of your web page. All of your paragraph should be or should start from the right side of your web page. It is what it is called alignment of text. I come to here. I don't like these changes. It was a little because my text is in English, so that sounds so stupid. So Alt Enter. Oh, what's up? Control S. Yeah, Alt Enter. Yeah. Now everything is in the center. So let's work on our other concepts that we covered today. The other concept that we covered today was first, it was making a link. For example, you want to, this is Pacific Ocean, yeah? And you want to show the picture of Pacific Ocean. So you make a link in your link, you write, for example, Pacific Ocean picture, and then you close. Look, now it is a link. Control S, then we come to here, Alt Enter. Look, this is a link, but this link is not complete. Why? Because we didn't give it what? href. href. Then in href, I give the address of this picture. So where is this picture? Yeah, here is my picture. Look, my web page and my picture is at the same place. So just I write the name of my picture, and when I bring my cursor over it, it shows that the extension of my picture is what? PNG. So we come to our example, and I write image.png. Image.png. Control S, then I go to our web page, Alt Enter. Now, look, now my link is changed to a real link. If you remember, look, right now I want to give you the detail or the more detail and show you all the properties that we mentioned before about what? About a link. The first property said that always an unvisited link is what? Underlined and what? Blue. Look, it is unvisited. Did I click on it before? No, this is the first time that I want to click. That's why, because I haven't seen this link. It means I haven't clicked on this link to see what is inside this link. This is what? Underlined, and this is blue. I said that before this is cursor, yeah? Before we move our cursor over a link, this is an arrow. But when we move our cursor over a link, this is what? A little hand. Look, it is a little hand. So this is the first property. Look, when I press, look, when I press, I press the left click of my mouse, and I don't leave it. Look, this is an active link, and it is what? It is red. When I leave it, look, now it shows my picture. But I go to my web page once again. Now, look, this is visited. Why? Because I have just gone to this link. So right now, this is a visited link, and it is purple and underlined. Look, I showed you the 3 properties of link, and also how a link can open an image. So this link was for opening an image, but let's make 3 objects or 2 objects, and then connect those objects to make a real website. As I told you before, a website is a collection of several web pages. So let's make several web pages. This is our first web page. So let's make another web page. We come to here, we come to file and a new file. Just I write in here HTML. Sorry. Before for simplifying our work, just before I write anything, I save my file. I say first page.html, and I save it. Just in here I write HTML and I press the enter key. Look, now everything is written. Just in here I write a message and I write a message and then in my message I say welcome to our website. And look, align, repetition of our today's lesson. Align center. Look, this is our first page. Okay, this is our second page, and I make another web page as well. The third web page. Once again, I save it. I write it third page.html, and I only write HTML. Then in here, for example, I give it a name like h1. Then I close h1 and I give it login page. Oh God. And I bring this at the center. Align center to the center. So I have for my first page, my second page, and the third page. 3 pages. Look, if I come to here, first page, look, third page, and the second page. I have 3 pages. I want to make connection between my first, second, and third pages. Just I come to our first example. This is my first page, and in my first page, I after welcome, I make a link, a tag, yes, and in a tag. I close the a tag and just I write, for example, information, and href, and for href I give the address of my second web page. The address of second web page was objects or object, which one? Objects, objects.html. Okay, objects.html. Information. Let me make it capital. Control S. Then I open the first web page. Yes. Look, welcome to our web page. And this is information. When I click on information, I'm on the second web page. Now, just I come to second web page and I change this one. Look, I have this one, and I bring another text to the right side, which says login page. Okay. Now we come to second web page, and after this, I write another tag, and in here I write the address of third page.html, and I write login page, and because a tag is also a text tag, I align it, to the rear, to the center, to the right side. Control S for saving the changes. I come to my first, before here, I come to first page, and I refresh. Look, this is your web page, yes? And suppose this is a welcome page, your home page, and then you go to information. You read all the information, and you want to why it is not relocated to here, to dear align. Maybe it doesn't accept this one. The computer doesn't accept our link as a text. So just here I write br tag and copy it, Ctrl C, and paste it for many times until we have a large distance, vertical distance between our first link and second link. Ctrl Alt D enter, and now look, I read all the information, and even I saw, suppose that this is the picture of Pacific Ocean. I apologize for this one, sorry that this is a jungle. And look, our login page. When I press on login page, it brings login page, but in our login page there is nothing written. Why? Third page.html, H1 aligned center. So what's wrong with this one? Nothing is written in here. Third page HTML. Yes. Let me open the third page individually. It doesn't have any text. Why? H1 align to the center, login page. H1 is closed. So it's wrong. Yes, now the text is displayed. The problem was here because when I typed this code, I didn't save the changes. That's why it didn't show me the result. Okay guys, we are done. We are almost done with all the, just let me in here, instead of this one, I write first page. Look, today we made a web page, and in our web we made a website. Our website had 3 web pages: the welcome page, and then the information page, and then the login page. It is what? It is connection between objects, and in our second web page I showed you how to connect your web page with another object, like what? Like a picture. So we go to our presentation once again. And we are on the end of HTML basic course for 9th grade, and I covered all the basic things regarding HTML basic course, and inshallah in HTML advanced we will learn more things about how to make a form, how to make a table, how to beautify our web page more and more, and how to use CSS and stuff like them. For 9th grade and for basic HTML course, the concepts that I told you and taught you up to today is enough, and I wish you all the best. I wish you could understand whatever I told you, whatever I taught you, and thank you for everything. Thank you for being with me, and have a good time. Bye.